starring James Arness as Matt Dillon.
Got you, didn't I, Marshal? Why don't you shoot me?
Get up.
Let that kid go.